Kenny Holt, my man, how you doing?
I'm good, Randy. Man, oh man. We back, baby. What's up? What's up? What's the deal?
We are back live Friday night,
Friday night.
January 24th, following SmackDown. You can follow Kenny Holt on social media, Twitter, X at Kawabunga, Kawabunga underscore K underscore E underscore N. All right. Myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter J C R U Z. Podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. Again, if you're watching us live on Twitter, X, thank you. We appreciate you. Also, youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. So,
Please
Kenny,
do. Please do.
again, live. If you're watching on X, Twitter, YouTube, and got any feedback or questions, hit us up in the chat and we'll read the questions while we are talking. If not, the next 45 minutes would be me and Kenny talking by ourselves. So Kenny, it is Friday night. We just saw SmackDown. Tomorrow night, Saturday night's main event. Also 1 week from tomorrow will be the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Those who did not see the podcast, myself and Graham did this morning. We previewed tomorrow's Saturday night main event. Royal Rumble. Had a good conversation. Go ahead, check it out on the Spotify, SoundCloud. It's still up on the main Twitter feed. So Kenny, this is the new information we got
Yeah,
from tonight regarding Rumble and tomorrow's Saturday night main event. So Charlotte Flair is now officially returning it at the Rumble. We're gonna see if she's in the Rumble. I think she will be in it, but regardless, she will be at the Royal Rumble. So that's been going around, speculation, little teasers and trailers that she's been, dropping those dimes. But now they made it official. She will return at the Rumble after being out for over a year with an injury. So one big fan of Charlotte. Glad to hear that. So looking forward to see what kind of role she's going to have. But if she's in the Rumble, you can kind of put a lot of money in the middle of the table that she might come out victorious of that Rumble. Also, real quick, they added a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Royal Rumble for the tag team titles. DIY against Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah.
So that will be at the Royal Rumble. So the Rumble is men's match, women's match, Cody, KO, and the tag team title match. So that's all we have for the Rumble. What else? We got a few transfer portals.
Man, you talk about NBA or college basketball transfer portals. The WWE transfer portal, let me tell you right now, it is real. And guess what? It is hot like Juvenile's 500 Degrees album. It is that hot. You heard me.
Well, let me say something about this transfer stuff.
What you got? What you think of?
My thing is there's gotta be a different way to have to announce or let the world know, hey, this guy or this girl is coming to this new show and vice versa. They can't just pop up and be like, oh shit, I'm on SmackDown. Oh, meet the newest member of the SmackDown roster. You turn around like, oh, it's the Miz. Oh, it's Damian Priest. Like, I'm cool with the transferring. It's just like it's got to be a better way to just portray that than just turn around. Oh, they just switch. What, they just switch on their own? There's no conversations. There's no, hey, I trade you one for the other. Like, have that sportsy kind of feeling as opposed to just walking in the fucking building.
So you want the updates like this transfer portal for wrestling? Would you like it like how ESPN gives us update like breaking news? You would like it like breaking news, or would you like it more like build something off of it that will create the actual transfer to happen, not just walk into the show like, hey, I'm here, nothing behind it. You wanted like an update.
Yeah, pretty much. If there's a wrestling WWE Woj or Shams, hey,
I like that.
there's been talks, there's been correlations, between SmackDown GM and the Raw GM concern or debating about a swap, a trade of some sort, some cash considerations. Uh, um, Sources tell me that Damian Priest is in line for transferring to SmackDown for a trade for XY. Oh, okay, like
and
something that's like, oh shit, like, oh, now when I watch SmackDown, I'm expecting Damian, I'm expecting The Miz or someone coming on Raw. I think Bailey went to Raw, so hey,
yeah, Bailey went to Raw.
Bailey is in, Raw is in heavy talks with SmackDown to acquire Bailey. Like, oh shit, you're not just pop up, right?
Right.
I mean, come on, we need a wrestling shams and Woj breaking news. Like, oh shit, like this is going down.
I think if anything, if I was to compare, we would have Funaki, be the one to drop down, or Todd, I think name is Ty, or Kevin Kelly to give that information of what happened. But I think personally, I like the sudden surprise because I was watching tonight. Then, Nick Aldis was with Carmelo in the general manager's office. He's like, "All right, you got an opponent coming in. Someone transferred from Raw." He's like, "Oh, okay, someone new's coming. You're gonna see him." The next thing you know, we see. I'm like, Priest. I'm like, wow, Priest is on SmackDown. So
Yeah,
that kind of gave me a surprise. I was like, oh, okay, I like it. Like that. Like how Bailey 2 weeks ago she was going on Raw. I hear what you're saying. Give like an update, especially how wrestling has evolved. Give us a little updates, like how they do a Sports Center, ESPN. Give us those build off. Maybe interview Damian Priest about. We heard that you're transferring to Raw. What do you have to say about that? I'm tired of dealing with the Judgment Day.
yeah.
I want to get something new. I want to try to stretch my legs. I know I'm leaving my Terror Twin behind, but
Yeah.
I need to go out. But
It's like Jimmy Butler. Hey, listen, we spoke to Damian Priest's agent. His camp is kind of quiet about the SmackDown transfer. So there's nothing in stone, but we're gonna get more information. I mean, they could do a whole. My thing is, you saw a Priest in the locker, the office, turn around. Oh, Carmelo. Oh, Priest. The same with Miz. It's the same segment. Like now, if Priest or Miz ran out to save someone or hurt someone, oh shit. Oh, they're on SmackDown now. Oh, they're on Raw. It just the presentation, like, it's like the contract signing tomorrow with Cody and KO. I already told you last week. We can kind of like, tell you what is going to happen.
right.
Sit down, talk their shit. One's going to sign it. Other one sit down microphone. They're going to sign it, and I see you at the Rumble, and then they're gonna start getting a little chest coming out, hostile. The table's going to be moved, and then the security going to be in the middle. And then
Shawn can kick somebody. We don't know.
Yeah, Sean go, yo, calm down, calm down, calm down. And it's like, all right, and that's it. But yeah, I think we need a wrestling Woj or Shams to transfer portals, the draft, stuff like that. Yeah.
I think this just gives it much more exciting. It just gives it more is involved. I think Randy also this transfer portal is still gonna stay open. I think it's not done yet. And I think it's gonna go all the way to possibly WrestleMania, with this transfer portal. So now they're gonna have, probably the switching of some shows, battle of shows. I think this transfer portal is gonna keep going all the way to possibly February, because that's when the NBA trade deadline ends.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to happen, but I like the acquisition of Priest on SmackDown.
Me too. Yeah.
Let's see what he does after the Judgment Day. And Miz. Fans, what do you think? Do you think that we should have an NBA Woj and Shams? What do y'all think, man? I think, let's bring some excitement. I think this excitement is, speaking of excitement, where do you happily see Priest on now? He's on SmackDown. What do you and at the end of the match, he met up with Cody in the
Mm,
backstage. He's like, "Hey, welcome to SmackDown.
yeah.
Glad to have you." And he said, "See you later, champ." So,
I'll
do you
see you soon, champ. Yeah.
me too? So, Randy, do you possibly see Priest possibly making a shot at whoever it is for the WWE title, or possibly winning it on SmackDown?
Uh, I love Priest, Boricua, New
Hey,
York,
Rico.
BX.
Whoa.
Um, I don't see him in that championship contender area right now.
Mm.
Now being on SmackDown is you got Cody, you got Roman Reigns. There's gonna be Punk involved. There's gonna be John Cena involved. There's gonna be a lot of people ahead of him for contention. Even when Orton comes back, he's gonna be in that mix. So, can he be? Do I think he's chip material? Yes. I just think there's a lot of heavy hitters above him. Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. Like there's a lot of people ahead. Um, it's a good problem to have. That you have quite a few more in two hands. A lot of main eventers that can hold the title. We just saw a Priest be champion, not too long ago. But I think he can do. He could be. He's chip material. I just don't think it's a crowded space right now. And it was SmackDown because if Cody, we don't know if he's Kevin Owens, another guy. We don't know if Cody's gonna lose tomorrow. I'm sorry, at the Rumble.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
does he lose at WrestleMania? We
Mm.
don't know. So crowded space, good talent, all across the board. Um, I would like them to be champion again in this calendar year, but do I think it's gonna happen soon? I'll probably say no.
Mm. So Priest, we have Damian Priest, fair champion. I think he's going to be a champion, but
Mhm.
maybe sometime down the line. This year is a little too it's a little too
Yeah,
a lot of appointments are made, and Priest is just trying to see where he can fit in after his split of the Judgment Day, and
yeah.
I think that's pretty well. So
Hmm.
fair synopsis. Okay.
Yeah. Um, so let's rerun a little bit. So Charlotte, she's back. It's official. If
Woo!
she's in the Rumble,
Yes,
uh,
sir.
what are we saying that? Because with this, I'm gonna tie in Charlotte with this now. So before SmackDown started, um, there's I'm gonna mark it down. There's a report that from Fightful that I showed you,
Yeah,
um, that internally they are talking about maybe Bianca and Rhea happening at WrestleMania.
yeah,
We spoke about that quite a few times on previous shows in the last month or so. That hey, all right, if you do Bianca and Rhea, how do you get there? Is Bianca heel? Do they have enough time to make it happen to make it worthwhile, or do they put it on ice until the following year? Um, I, again, internal conversations. There's nothing in stone. Does that play into Charlotte Flair coming back? If she was to win the Rumble, does she pick Tiffany instead? And that means that leaves Rhea without an opponent. There's the chamber that Bianca could be in it and win it. So Charlotte in the Rumble, and the rumor of Rhea and Bianca could be a potential match at WrestleMania. What do you make of all that?
I love it. I think I love it, and it just adds more to the wrestling multiverse. So, with that reports of Bianca and Rhea, this is the one way we can go. So, this scenario, you get this. This is my whole scenario. You get Charlotte returns to the Royal Rumble. She
Mm,
wins. She wins the Rumble, but she already had her history with Rhea. You know, I'd say with that, she's going back to SmackDown because that's where she held supreme.
hmm.
And then now she's hearing that there's this new talent this cocky new talent. We know a Flair, Charlotte Flair is, you want to be the new princess, but guess what? There's always the queen.
That's right.
Charlotte's gonna go, take her shot, go at Tiffany. We have formerly the GOAT, which is Charlotte Flair against a rising star, a young talent, which is Tiffany Stratton, hot young star. That can go in WrestleMania, and then we'll get this. I say Bianca is one of those last people in the Rumble match, and we start
Mhm.
seeing. If you probably watched SmackDown tonight, she lost to a roll-up pin against Liv Morgan. You probably saw Bianca's face. She was like, "I lost like that. I can't believe I lost like that."
Mhm.
That might end up going in the tag team title match. Might see the return of Jay Cargill.
Yep.
Next thing you know, fast forward, they lose the titles, they split up. Next thing you know, they probably go in a chamber match. Rhea's going to wait to see who she wants to face because Rhea probably wants to compete at WrestleMania. Now,
Yeah.
in two, possibly let's see what happens in that elimination chamber right at the Royal Rumble. Bianca wins. Bianca starts becoming the heel. She starts turning. EST, no more. I'm now the baddest, evil. I'm about my business. I'm going to stand on business. I don't care who
Right.
wins it. So then now we get power. We get the epic matchup. We get, brutality versus the EST. Sign it up for WrestleMania, and we'll have, heel Bianca, a one that we never seen before against the brutality of who is now Rhea Ripley. And that's how we get that match. And I say Bianca wins that match and comes out of WrestleMania. And we have a heel Bianca as our new women's champion. We've never seen that side before. And Bianca and Rhea will have a rivalry.
So then to kind of package all that,
Yeah, I know that was a lot.
Naomi declared for the Royal Rumble on
She did.
SmackDown.
She did.
Bianca declared for the Royal Rumble on SmackDown.
That's two. That's a lot of checks.
Nia Jax declared for the Royal Rumble.
Chi-ching. Give me some
So we have
points.
three.
And
Obviously,
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan declared for the Royal Rumble. So everybody, I guess the women just say, "Hey, listen, the Rumble's in next week. I gotta declare my shit. Put my name in the hat."
I actually liked it on SmackDown. It was really good. They all came out, especially all main contenders and powerhouses, Randy. It was really good.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out that. I think would I love a Bianca heel against face Rhea? Sure.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be face both Bianca and Rhea only because we still got to figure out who was the culprit with Jade. So if Naomi is the culprit, let's say for example, I mean, she's the reason why. She's got to be a bad person next. Like she can't just be, oh, we found out it was Naomi and she's still getting cheered. So you can't have Naomi and Bianca be heels in a short period of time right after each other, unless I'm bugging. You can't have Naomi turn bad because Jay found out it was Naomi. Then Bianca is going to turn bad against Rhea. It's like it's just too much heels going on. So let Naomi and Jay go on, but then Bianca is gonna win the if this happens, wins the chamber. She'll be cheered, and then it's down to picking getting Rhea at Mania, because if Charlotte is in the Rumble, which I think she will be, and she wins, I think she will not pick Rhea. We saw that. We saw the movie already. She will pick Tiffany Stratton because that is, the new darling, the new princess, Miss Money in the Bank and everything. Cool. No problem. Now it's like, who's going to get Rhea? It ain't Liv. It ain't Nia Jax. It ain't anybody else. Me and Graham talked about earlier that Nikki Bella is probably going to return. It ain't going to be Nikki Bella and Rhea.
No, it ain't gonna be Nikki. No.
Becky might come back, but we just saw Becky and Rhea last year at 40.
Yeah.
So it might come down. It might come down to Bianca. But when that happens, Chamber is March 1st.
It is.
WrestleMania April 19th and 20th. It means you have a month and a half to get me ready for Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. And if you pull the trigger on that, Rhea just got the belt back. is Bianca gonna win that match?
I say Bianca could win that match. Bianca could win that match, and we have a little back and forth where the title might change hands between them. I think with the return of Jade Cargill, that might set off something. That might also set off a chain of events as well, because I think Jade's going to return in the Royal Rumble. Then after that, we're going to see some turn of events have happened. Maybe Jade also enters. Possibly, I'm just throwing it out there, that elimination chamber, with Naomi, with Bianca, and then that's where we see it happens. And I think that's more of enough time for Naomi to do some dastardly things. I mean, hey, it could have been her that threw her on that car.
But do you think that Jade? I'm trying to paint the scenario. Jade comes back at the Rumble, in the
Yeah.
Rumble.
Yeah.
She goes after Naomi because she knows information that we don't know.
Right.
And then I'm trying to figure out how would the crowd would respond if she eliminated Naomi or went straight for her. Or just like on some straight bully shit. I'm coming for you, throw you out. I'm out too. I'm out the Rumble. I'm focused on you. Then it has to be explained on SmackDown why Jade did that to Naomi, why she only targeted Naomi. Then it's like, all right, this is the shit I found. Jumbotron, here you go. I got the footage. They're gonna have to do that after Jade comes back at the Rumble, unless it's tomorrow main event. But I think it's like, do you show that Naomi did what she did, then Jade goes for her, or Jade goes for her, and the reason why I did that is because of this.
She might. And it could happen. I think that also too, if so, Bianca plays peacemaker but ends up getting herself eliminated in the process. She might get herself eliminated in the process. I mean, the bickering of friends, trying to figure out what happened. I think that can also, you get caught in the crossfires, and next you just had enough. Bianca might just had enough of it, and
Yeah, it's so crazy. I think we've been wired for a while that if two people were to fight at Mania, their story has to be like 6 months before Mania or a year before Mania, because if you look at it, if you go way back in time,
okay,
you would think Rock and Austin, when they first met at WrestleMania 15 at a WrestleMania, that they had this program straight just between them two for like about a year, and we're finally gonna get Rock and Austin at Mania. But if you go back in history and do the math, The Rock was changing belts with Mankind for like 2 months.
a lot.
Rock, Mankind. And then when Rock got the belt back in February, Mania was in March. So they had a month and a half to build this big Rock Austin main event for the title at WrestleMania, and you pulled it off. I mean, I know they met 3 times, but the first time is like, damn, I had a month and a half. They fought before, like, for IC title, but not for the heavyweight championship, and not at a WrestleMania. So what I'm saying is that it could happen. You could get Bianca and Rhea at that point where, all right, I got a month and a half. We're gonna do our thing, and regardless, we're gonna be at WrestleMania. And dare I say, you could be the main event of night one.
Yeah.
So I think if they can do it for Rock and Austin, which is probably the biggest rivalry in history
ever. Yeah.
You can have a month and a half build of Bianca and Rhea for WrestleMania. So my point is, I may not thought about that a month ago when we first did that show, but now as time goes on, like, all right, they can do a month and a half. Like, it don't got to be a whole 6-month program, a year. Like, we just been programmed to think like that.
I think that what we said before, like previous shows, I think they're starting to bring back the idea of actually letting champs drop the belt and release it and do back and forth. I mean, we've seen it. We're not trying to go back to our time and try to like not let go, but that actually made it more exciting and it came really unexpected and unpredictable. I mean,
Yeah,
we didn't know like, all right, because then we didn't know, oh, championship champions were like hit or miss. We didn't know like if they could lose the belt on Raw, lose it on
yeah,
SmackDown, or they could lose it right after the next pay per view. I mean, when Shawn Michaels won the title, the WWE, the World Heavyweight title at Survivor Series, he lost it again at Armageddon.
yeah. A month later.
A month later, Benoit had won the belt at WrestleMania, and then he lost it at SummerSlam against Randy Orton.
Which is
So
a few months.
yeah, that's a few months, but not trying
Austin won at he lost the belt at King of the
to
Ring
the ring.
98, and the next night he won it back.
Yeah, but that really made it unpredictable, and you didn't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Unlike, not trying to take away because there's a great legacy. Roman held the title down for more than a long time. Now we're seeing Cody hold that belt down for a long time. We got nothing against it. I got nothing against Roman Reigns' title reign, which was
4 years.
4 years of
4 years.
4 years of greatness and 4 years of only he was
That's
able
right.
to do it. But I think it's about time that we see, these our superstars see if their reigns are as strong as they are. No shot, no pun to Roman, but like,
Mm.
are you able to fight for that gold, get it back, and be a reigning either 3-time, 5-time champion? You lose it, can you win it back? Are you like that's your story? Can you fight? Can you lose, or can you win back what you constantly lose? Do you have the dedication to get that back? Can
Yeah,
you do that?
just ask Ric Flair. You're a 16-time champion, but you lost the belt 15 times.
16 times, Charlotte 14 times, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Triple H, what is about 11,
I
12
think
times?
Hunter is I think Hunter and Orton are at 14.
Now, let me tell you, man, Randy, I know we talked before. Like, come on, man. Triple H's title run from 99 all the way to 2002, that was like he lost it and he won it a lot of times to a lot of good people.
Yeah.
That was
But
real.
he also had it for a hot minute. Um people can go back and forth. He should have lost this and that. And the main one people say is Booker T at WrestleMania 19. I think,
Mm,
Booker should have won
yeah,
that match. But in that time frame, when this is Triple H, the game, this is my time. Triple H with China and then eventually with Stephanie. Triple H was unfucking touchable in that era. And it's when you go back, it's like, yeah, it's the tail end of the Attitude Era leading into Ruthless Aggression. He was the man. Like, he had the Rock. It was Stone Cold, and it was Jericho. It was Taker. It was whole
Mankind, Cactus
Mankind,
Jack,
Kane. Um,
Baker, yeah.
so many, and anybody could have been champion at that time. And people hated Hunter at that time because they felt like he never lost. It's same thing with John Cena. But like, yeah, you're the guy, you're the goat. But like, damn, John, you never fucking lose a match. Like, you'll be you're champ for a year and a half. Can someone else get the belt? But Hunter, what made him so great because his heel character, his heel persona with a China, with a Stephanie was like, yo, this guy, I can't fuck. Then with the McMahons,
The McMahon Helmsley era, man.
that's probably one of the most underrated eras that does not get talked about enough as much as it should because that era was fire though.
That era was fire without a Stone Cold, and The Rock was the one person to go up against
Mhm.
the boss, and that was really what made it. And I think that really drew that out. But that really showed that we saw the title change, as we want to see now.
Yeah,
Rock won it, Hunter won it again, Rock won it again, and Hunter went out for a while, but then other people started going. His reigns, Rock's reign went from that all the way to No Mercy. Kurt Angle will win, and then that will go in.
Oh,
Hunter
yeah,
will
Kurt
win.
Angle. Wow,
Kurt Angle won. The great Kurt Angle,
that's
and
right.
that wasn't a year run. He had it for like 6 months, and then he lost it to Rock again at No Way Out,
Yeah.
which led to Rock and Austin in WrestleMania 17.
And by the way, no more Perk Angle. All right, no
No
more.
more Perk Angle. I mean,
It's peak Angle.
peak Angle. Oh man, hey Randy. If anything, what can you say about? We talk about all the great champions or so, but where would you rank Kurt Angle as within the Attitude Era? Where would you rank him regarding as champion? All right, let's say what number rank? It doesn't matter the number. What would you rank him? Now, Kurt Angle,
That's tough, bro. It's Kurt Angle.
90. Let's just read off these accolades. 96, Kurt Angle, 96, 1996. Excuse me, 1996. Gold medalist.
Yep.
What won it with a broken, as he say, a
Mhm.
broken freaking neck.
That's right.
Debuted at Survivor Series.
Mhm.
Debuted at Survivor Series 1999. Just 21 professional wrestling championships, 13 world heavyweight championships.
13. Wow.
13. He is a 12-time world professional heavyweight champion. 6 titles with TNA, 6 titles with WWE. So Intercontinental champion, European champion, hardcore champion,
Tag champion.
tag team championship,
Right.
WCW United States Championship, 2000 King of the Ring, his rookie year.
Hey, listen, and that's where I'll stop you. Kurt Angle might have the greatest rookie year of all time. So, like you said, IC champion, heavyweight champion, King of the Ring.
Year. All of that, his first year.
I think the only one that can, if I'm wrong, tell me, but I think the only ones that can rival Kurt Angle's rookie, I'm talking about Kurt like he's a fucking he's like Wemby. His rookie season is, I think Brock. I think Brock's.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Brock was King of the Ring.
Yep.
He won the title from The Rock at SummerSlam.
Yep. He held it down, beat Taker twice.
He beat Taker twice. Like, hey. And I think Ronda had a good rookie year too. Now, am I saying it's Brock or Kurt? No, but if you go back, her rookie year, like, that was a really.
I remember when she came in, she signed. She was just winning. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kurt, come on. I think it comes down to Kurt and Brock. So, but I think Kurt has the greatest rookie year of all time. So, and then this goes along to answer your question: where is he?
What would you rank
time? And I think for me, it's just how I break it down. I think for me,
bust it out.
Hey yo,
Pause.
Kurt is in my top 20. That's where I'll start off. That's safe, right?
That is.
Then it's like, all right, where are you in the 20? I would say if he's in the 20, he might be in my 10 to 15 range. So he's not 15 to 20. He's 10 to 15.
That's fair.
Because I'm gonna have Rock, Austin, Brett,
Sean, yeah.
Sean, come on, Sean. Warrior. I put Warrior. That's my guy. Then you start getting Triple H, Undertaker, Randy Orton.
Yeah. Randy.
Roman Reigns.
Oof.
You got Edge. I'm at 10 already.
Rated R superstar.
Then I got Jericho. Then Kurt comes in. It's like, all right.
No Mankind?
Nah.
No Mick Foley. I will put Mick Foley to face because those three faces.
But not above Kurt Angle.
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Macho Man.
Oh yeah, oh
Macho
yeah.
Man got to be in there. Um, see, I don't, I don't want to, I don't want to sound like I know Ric Flair's a goat.
He
I
is.
know Flair's a goat.
I know. I
But
think I know
for
what you mean.
me,
Yeah.
I didn't see the heyday of Ric Flair. By the time I saw Flair on my TV screen, he was at fucking WrestleMania 8 against
Mhm.
Macho Man. Then later on back in WCW, but I didn't see the peak of Ric Flair. Um,
Right.
so I won't have like he's probably like in an area. He's a great.
He
Don't
is.
pick him. He don't count. Like
Mhm.
Cena, I didn't even pick Cena yet. It's like so I think Kurt will be in the 10 to 15 to be safe. Um, Now Attitude Era wise,
Oh yeah.
when you mention Attitude Era, it's gonna be Stone Cold, Rock, DX, Sean Hunter, um, Taker, Kane,
And Foley.
Mankind.
Yeah.
That's who you really discuss about Attitude Era. Brett in the beginning, before it was Attitude Era, you could put Brett in there, but
Yeah.
then Kurt
Michael.
Angle comes right. Kurt Kurt Jericho is the
Kurt.
next wave
Yeah.
of the Attitude Era.
Yeah. Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho. I would say the Hardys and the
Hardys,
Dudleys,
Edge and Christian,
Edge and Christian, like they all came. But
Dudley Boys.
the Dudleys, yeah, and I would say Kurt Angle. It was just amazing how Survivor Series he faced off, but then Royal Rumble he faced off against Taz. You know, in that debut match, he got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Taz mission. But I remember those shows.
That's the one thing he never did, bro. He
What
never won. He never won. He never won the Rumble.
he never won the Rumble. His accolades never won a Royal Rumble.
Nope.
Um, but he was the last one against Triple H in 2002. But he
Yeah,
just
because
got
Hunter
lose.
came back from the injury.
Yeah, I know. But oh man, but hey Randy, look, I don't know who can actually have two titles, the European title and the Intercontinental title, to go into WrestleMania to face off against Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit.
Mhm.
That was remotely like his first year WrestleMania
Oh,
holding two belts.
bro, I even forgot Brock Lesnar in my top 15.
Brock Lesnar.
Is Brock? Where's Brock for you?
He will be in the 20, probably uh 15 to 20, but he will be in the top 20.
Damn, I gotta know who's above Brock.
I mean, Brock is a notable champion, but there's a lot I will put more over than Brock because it holds on.
Is it because he became inconsistent after a while, or like he had the schedule of like I might perform 4 times a year, like
Some,
or
some of it was like that because early stages of Brock, will always competing more so. He was always on, but then in and out. I know he doing the UFC thing, the UFC circuit and popping in and out. So that kind of made it a little, just trying to find out what the wave is, then developing. Before I'll say this, before Brock even when Brock came in, he was actually doing power moves, wrestling.
yeah.
He was really wrestling, giving out power. He was really a powerhouse type wrestler, and
Mhm.
people were impressed by that. But then, I'm sorry, when he came back after, when he faced off against Cena, that's when the Suplex City trend came, and I was really just like, I was a little turned off by it because I'm like, he's just doing German suplex after German suplex. I missed the moves that he did. The move set, the power slams, just doing the same German suplexes. They call it Suplex City. I'm like,
Well, then by that time, I think by that time, Brock was, when he went to the UFC and his body changed, he got bigger, he got stronger. So to do all that shit he was doing, I mean, he was strong before, but I think the agility he had, like if you go back and see WrestleMania 19.
Yeah, he was.
Him and Kurt, like my man was doing the fucking moonsault, like doing like, oh, like
Well,
you bugging.
he
But
superstar Breast broke his neck.
when he got back in 2012, it was a different Brock, and the body was different. And yeah, not saying he became limited, but I think he was more ground and pound kind of guy. Like, still he later got in better shape, but he ain't gonna be jumping off the top rope and doing moonsaults like he was back in 2003.
Yeah, well, WrestleMania against Kurt, but
Yeah.
respect to Brock. I mean, great accolades. Now, I'll put Kurt Angle over Brock Lesnar. That's
Okay.
Kurt Angle's over Brock.
I would say so too. Yeah.
Because I mean, come on, like he wrestled with every. I think Kurt's just about beating almost everybody from the Attitude Era on the roster. He's beaten almost everybody. He's beating everybody.
The one guy we all wanted was him and Brett. That was a one match we never got.
I would say this between Brett and Kurt, like both skilled, both technicians. All right, heads up. Let's see right now. Who you picking, Kurt Angle or Bret Hart?
I'm picking Brett.
You picking Bret over Kurt?
Damn. Let me think about it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to pick Kurt over Bret.
We're talking prime Brett, prime Kurt Angle.
Yes, prime Kurt, prime Bret. Who are we picking? I'm picking prime Kurt Angle. Give me Kurt Angle from. Give me 2000 to 2000 or 2001 Kurt Angle against prime, 94, 95?
Prime Brett was
94, 93 to 95, Brett?
93, 94, 95.
Yeah.
So that's world champion Brett. That's Royal Rumble winner Brett. That's a WrestleMania main event Brett. Him against Owen, like in that time frame. Damn, bro.
Yeah, give me
one thing Kurt has over Brett is like same like Sean, the athleticism that Brett wasn't doing the moonsaults like Kurt Angle. He wasn't doing all that kind of high flying stuff. Kurt can do that. I think that's why he has the edge over Brett. And this was like a tail of the tape. He would have the edge over Brett in that situation. But I mean, listen, you go, best technical. They're both technical. I think it just comes down to a matter of preference. But it's like, I think I might still pick Brett by a hair, but I don't know. I might be taking an L with that, but fuck it, I'll pick Brett.
Fans, who you picking, man? Who you picking?
You got Kurt.
I'm picking Kurt, but let's see what the people think. Are you siding with Randy, picking 93 Bret Hart, or are you siding with me and picking 2001 Kurt Angle, both in their prime? Who is winning? But hey, Randy, I mean, give the respects to Kurt Angle. He's trying to get away from peak Angle because we could say that, that was a great time with Kurt. But, it was he wants to step away from that because it was very damaging and it really tore him a lot.
Yeah.
Even though he believed that he performed at his best, we saw him at his best, but it really was damaging. And he said that was like, one of the roughest moments of his life, and he really wants to try to get over it. I mean, he performed graciously for us, but the effects about what it did to his personal life. But
no, listen, I agree. I saw some of the that podcast he had with Chris Van Fleet, and I think he understands it's it's the meme, and it's like when fans call him Perk Angle, they're not shitting on him. It's like when he was Perk Angle, he was like that guy, top of the world, and nobody could fuck with him.
Nobody.
And he understands that, but it's also a callback to like that time frame where he wants to, kind of forget him. It was just a weird, time and place, and I don't want to go back into that time frame. And that's why I was like, he said, I hear it, I see it, I laugh about it, but it's a callback. And now I think he put on Twitter, like, I think Twitter.
He put on Twitter.
The fans just said, all right, Perk Angle is no more. It's going to be peak Angle, and that's how we're going to, leave it at that. So now it's just peak Angle.
Yes, peak.
When he was peak Angle, my man was running
bald
through
head,
everybody.
bald head, and I think
Yeah,
his
the strap comes off and
the
the
strap comes
mouth
off,
guard and
mouth
everything.
guard. Oh my god,
Yeah,
that that Kurt Angle was more scary because it's
yeah.
away from the red, white, and blue. But I'm like, oh man, this guy's really about it.
And he had great matches. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Sting,
Undertaker, I would say the
yeah,
Undertaker
Taker,
before he
Orton,
left.
Mysterio.
Mark Henry. Well, Mark Henry.
Okay, Mark Henry.
Undertaker, Mark Henry, Samoan Joe, AJ
Yeah.
Styles. Um,
Did he
did he?
fight Hardy? Hardy in TNA? Did
I
he?
think so.
Hmm.
He may have. Didn't he fight also Batista?
Yeah, Batista. Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty good. So
He, Jericho, yes.
yeah,
I don't know if he was peak Angle against Jericho. I think this is the. Well, I think when he had hair, he fought Jericho before
okay.
bald headed Kurt
Yeah,
Angle.
he fought Jericho, fought Edge.
Edge, yeah.
He made Hogan tap out. Made Michaels.
Shawn, WrestleMania 21.
That was a man. That
That's
was
probably my top. If I did a Mount Rushmore of Kurt Angle matches,
let's do it.
him against Shawn at 21 would be definitely be in there.
Oh, let's do it. Top 4 Kurt Angle matches.
Kurt Angle's top. Oh boy, it's
Top
Kurt
4
Angle.
Kurt Angle match. It could be any
In the
Jordan match.
WWE only.
Either one.
All right, WWE Kurt Angle.
Or whatever Kurt Angle.
The Hell in the Cell with the Armageddon joint. The 6 people he won the title.
The 6-man. Okay. 6-man. Okay.
6-man.
Okay.
Him against Shawn at 21.
Okay.
Kurt Angle. I don't recall. There's a match that it was for the IC title.
Him, Chris Jericho, Benoit at WrestleMania 16.
It was one of those that I don't recall like that for me to pick Mount Rushmore. Could it be? Sure, but I don't recall it like that. I'm trying to think of other ones that I just know off the top of my head.
You got him versus Benoit for the medals. The submission match. Benoit and Kurt Angle, the submission match. I believe it was on Flash. That was pretty good.
It's got to be one with him and Brock.
Oh, that's WrestleMania
19
in Seattle.
Yeah, the main event.
That was a really good match.
I'll probably put that one. And shit.
Kurt Angle versus Stone Cold at Unforgiven 2001.
See, that's that I don't recall. I can go back and watch it, but I don't know. Like certain people, you tell me, yo, pick a Shawn Michaels, pick a Taker, pick a Stone Cold, Austin, Rock, Hunter. I can probably give you Bret Hart. I can give you Mount Rushmore for those, but Kurt is like there's little spots that I don't recall in the early days of Kurt.
Okay.
Now you tell me Bret.
Okay, let's do. I'll do Kurt. You do Bret.
Bret.
Stone
Cold WrestleMania 13.
Of course.
Bret. Him against Owen at 10.
Oh, Owen, I forgot.
Yeah, that's the greatest WrestleMania intro match of all time. Bret Hart. I'm not too much of I like it, but if you did general consensus, they're probably gonna pick Bulldog SummerSlam 92.
All right, screw that. I mean, pick your choice.
Oh, me? Oh, mine.
No, well, consensus I know because that's what the people want, but you have a different connection of how you
me. All right. I got Stone Cold 13.
Okay,
13. I'm going Mr. Perfect 91 SummerSlam.
R.I.P. Perfect.
I'm going Owen WrestleMania 10.
Okay.
Bret Hart. I'm trying to think of a match that he won. He lost to Owen. He lost. He beat Stone Cold. He beat Perfect. Trying to see another match that he won. Like people are gonna say it's overrated, but I would say Iron Man match. But people nowadays think the Iron Man match is overrated.
I don't think so. The Iron Man match just
Because
shows.
it's too long. To them, it's too long. It's boring. It didn't get excited until the last 5 or 10 minutes. Um, but I know I'm missing some other joints of Brett that I'm like,
It'll hit you.
yeah, like once the show ends. So, oh fuck, I forgot this match. But definitely, Stone Cold 13 is definitely like number one.
That is that. If people weren't wrestling fans because of that, but they remember that image of Brett putting Austin in the sharpshooter while the blood is pouring off of Austin's
And I
face.
tell you another one that's underrated. That
What's
you
up?
know what? For me, I'm gonna put it on.
What's up?
Bret Hart, Undertaker, 97 SummerSlam.
Oh, ooh, ooh.
Because because it was the match. The match was good, great,
Okay.
but it spiraled so many things after.
Ah,
Because yeah, it was the genesis of like, all right, the beginning of the Shawn Taker rivalry started from that.
okay.
Brett was in his anti-America element at that time,
Right, right.
which is probably the greatest heel run, one of the greatest heel runs ever in the company.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it just like Shawn is now a bad guy,
Right, right,
and him and Brett still got beef. He got beef with Undertaker. 2 months later, you begin the formation of the Generation X.
right, right,
It's now little crumbs of like attitude era. Um, so that SummerSlam sparked a lot of shit that will become the attitude era. That will become what you saw that became history. So for that, along with the match, and Shawn was the referee and all that. If I can't wrestle in America if I don't do this, and Brett spits in his face, and Shawn like, oh shit, chair, and he went to hit Brett, but his taker is like all that dramatic is like, oh shit, that adds on to the match. So I'll put that in my Rushmore for Bret Hart matches.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll wrap it up with this because this is the main thumbnail. So
I know
it,
you was about to wait for
John
my.
Cena, the favorite for the Rumble. It's this is January 25th, a week away from the Royal Rumble. Is John Cena your favorite to win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble?
It would seem like he would be the favorite to win. I would have someone else win, but
Like,
I would have someone like CM Punk possibly winning it.
okay, and then
CM
Punk.
Punk,
You want Punk going after Cody? Is I'm assuming.
Punk will go after Cody.
Okay,
CM Punk will go after Cody Rhodes, but I have a feeling it's going to be John. John will be one of the final people, and we're going to get that. We've had this before that Cena's going to possibly go against Cody, and we might see Cody. He'll do a turn like not shake his hand. He might be a little disrespect towards the legend.
mm.
Now, the favorable, I think Cena's the favorable to win. I think so because
But it's a
it's
little
it's the
too
final.
predictable, though, bro.
It is, but it just gives the head nod of we're for everyone that Cena's going away tour and his farewell tour. It is predictable,
Yeah.
but it can also be he can go to WrestleMania, but he may not win. He may not win. He could
Could this
lose.
could this be a smoke screen that everybody on the planet Earth is gonna think that John is gonna be the winner, but then you might get hit with like an appearance from Rock in the Rumble.
He- Cody about a Rock. Rock's gonna be like, oh, that'd be a hell of a smoke screen. Oh,
Mhm.
Cena's gonna win. Cena's win. If you smell, oh wait, The Rock might win.
Yeah,
So, do you think that we'll get Cena and Rock part 2 or 3 at WrestleMania instead?
Cena and who?
Rock.
No, Cena and The Rock. No, no. You may I think you're not gonna get Cena and Rock in this whole farewell tour.
But do you see Cena winning the Royal Rumble, but possibly losing in the main event,
Yes.
and he loses to Cody?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that can happen.
I mean, could he win? Sure, but do I think he's if the fan duel was up, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, I think there's a plus next to John Cena's name.
It is, but I don't know. I think longevity. If you was to get between Cody and John, I would keep the belt on Cody, but I would change Cody's whole persona, his attitude.
Yeah, because it's the paying homage, the rite of passage. Like if this is your final Mania, like we seen Shawn have a final Mania, and all these guys they did they technically tend to lose their final match
Right.
at WrestleMania. This could go left and be different where John becomes victorious and has title number 17.
For how long?
And it's like one, how long? How do you play it out? Is he gonna be on weekly television like Cody Rhodes is going to be? Because if Cody beats John, people are gonna cheer, but I think people are gonna boo too. But they're gonna boo Cody Rhodes. And the question is, if you do have in stone John and Cody, with a possible Bianca and Rhea, and a possible Roman and somebody else, who's the main event?
I think that it's a lot of possibilities. Roman and Rock, possibly night 2. Rhea.
If it's Roman Rock, that is night 2 for sure, main event. Now, if it's
probably the second main event.
If it's Roman and CM Punk, that main event.
It will be
okay. Rewind. Question. Brand new question. If you have Cena and Cody, is that night 1 main event or night 2 main event?
Night 2. You put that as night 2. You'll put that as night 2. Cena and Cody night 2. But I think for night 1 and night 2, they can have 3 big main events that will happen. You can have 3 or 2 big main events.
So night 1 could be anywhere from
you will have
Rhea maybe, or
Rhea will be the headline main event. The second main event can be possibly either the Raw, like it might be Gunther. It might be a Gunther's match, or it might be a mid-card match, or just a non-title match.
Bro, you're forgetting Punk and Roman and
Punk and Roman. That's going second night, like one of the second big main events.
But you're saying the last match of WrestleMania for the whole entire weekend is Cena and Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
All right. Boom. Night 1 main event. You still need that.
Okay.
Now, if The Rock is not involved.
Okay.
We're going to the premise. If Rock is not involved.
Okay.
It means you could have Roman, CM Punk in the main event of night 1. Possibility.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
If The Rock is involved and it's Rock and Roman Reigns, is that night 2 main event over Cody and John Cena?
I say I would, but they will put it as the second main event. Cody and Cena will still be the first main event. That Rock and Roman will happen, and then Cena and Cody will happen night 2.
Really? Both on the same night?
Both on the same night on night 2. That will happen.
Because you want to have maybe Rhea and Bianca main event night 1.
Yeah, you want to give them their stars, their shine.
And I agree, but you got to get the story to that point to be like, yo, this is because even Rhea and Charlotte in main event night 1 of 39.
I know.
It was a tag match because they had the longest story.
Yeah, but I think within the short time, a lot of things can happen to make a nice little quick.
You're right.
A little quick film, a little quick story, and that can really just bunch it on and just let the imagination work his goal. and that can really create something.
And last point, dude, that means you want to go. You want to go off the air with a Cena Cody main event and have Cena lose that match. You want to
Yeah,
go off the air
correct.
like how 26 was with Sean and Taker, and Sean is waving, thank you, HBK, and do all that, and you walk off, and that shit's over.
Yeah, Cena does his last WrestleMania, his last final WrestleMania, and then that will probably give him his stage. Cody might interrupt his stage and give him a
do the handshake and do all this and that,
and give him a crossroads, and then
imagine
the American nightmare.
Cena gives him a fucking FU or attitude adjustment. This is not over, buddy.
It's not over. So guess what? We're going to Backlash.
That's right. We're going all the way. We're going overseas now.
Oh yeah, that's right. They are going overseas. They're making money. They're making that coin.
Yeah, I forgot the Rumble begins at 6 p.m.
Oh my God. I'm thinking of my whole time.
You forgot too.
Yeah. Because me as the pay-per-views always started at 8 o'clock.
I know. 7, 8 o'clock. Yeah.
So, but now 6 o'clock, man. And they come on Saturdays now. They don't come on Sunday nights.
Which is fine, but that time is like, damn, 6 p.m. I did the show with Graham earlier. I'm trying to think about, because I work on the night of the Rumble. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get home, do the show. He said, yo, it begins at 6. I'm like, and by the time I get home, it's gonna be like 11:30. The shit is over. It ain't gonna be no 5-hour Royal Rumble. It's shit's over. So I'm like, damn, I'll wait till Monday to recap Raw and also Rumble and talk about that and at one shot. So I'm like, damn, I can't even do posts after the Rumble.
I'm about to say, you're gonna watch the Rumble on Sunday morning.
I would have to. Then just do the notes and do the show after Raw on Monday and talk about Rumble, because by the time Monday comes, you're gonna see something brand new, and just you kind of do a quick recap of the Rumble.
I think that's gonna be pretty well. It's gonna go with that. Do you think with this weekend, tomorrow, which is today?
Yeah,
5 matches, Randy. Saturday night main event. Break it down. So with tonight's great introduction to the women's Royal Rumble, the women's Royal Rumble. Rhea, Nia Jax. Who you think is coming out on top?
Rhea's not losing that belt. If she gonna lose, it's gonna be against Bianca. If not, she gonna be champion for the whole year. She ain't losing to no Nia Jax.
All right.
So I got Rhea.
All right, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breakers.
Jacob Fatu. He ain't losing to no fucking Braun Strowman.
6'2" werewolf, 6'8" monster. Jacob Fatu, you taking Jacob?
I'm going Jacob.
All right. We got now coming up. We have the IC title, Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Do we have Braun Breaker retaining or Sheamus getting his first IC title?
I got Braun.
You got Braun. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Which, if Sheamus was to win, I won't be shocked, because at least one belt has to change hands.
Okay.
Because the first main event, Cena main event in December, no belts change hands. So at least this time, I'm gonna say Braun keeps the belt, and I'm gonna go Jey Uso winning over Gunther.
Jey Uso and Gunther. Okay. And what do you predict is going to happen at the contract signing between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens?
Bullshit, shenanigans. Like, they're going to scrap, and I mean, it'll be interesting where they place this contract signing, because if this is the very end, I think the very end should be. It's very telling that if the contract signing is the very, very end.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that the end? Is that the end?
Do they pull the trigger of Gunther and Jey Uso, new champion? Oh, coming up next, contract signing. I'm thinking if Gunther and Uso is the main event, I think Uso wins.
Jey Uso, a new champion.
Yeah,
Now,
like, bro, I'm not saying he has to be champ for like
I
6
know,
months.
but that's
It's
pretty
up to you
big.
because we don't know what's going on. It's a lot of possibilities. I mentioned with Graham early this morning. It can go either way, but I'm thinking Jay wins. Last point. Jay wins. Sammy wins the chamber. You get
Oh,
Sammy and Jay Uso world title WrestleMania.
oh, Kevin Owens is gonna be even more pissed.
Who cares? He'll get Randy Orton.
He'll get Randy Orton,
He'll
correct?
get Randy Orton.
Because Randy's coming back.
That's right.
So we got 5 events for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think Randy, as you predict, a title will change hands because we didn't see one in December.
You never know. You might get Randy and Cody. Hey, as far as we know, we don't know jack shit, but there's a lot of options for them to have to play with.
I think this is going to be pretty interesting. I think we're going to see a return of somebody at
Mm-hmm.
Saturday Night Main Event. I think someone's going to
I hope
return.
it's Jade.
Jade might return. Now, does she come back backstage or does she just come and not say anything? She just makes an appearance and just walks by?
Nah, I think it's the Rumble. I think when Naomi's gonna be in the ring and 3, 2, 1, I think Jay is gonna fucking kill somebody. She gonna kill somebody. So there you go.
Yeah, and I think tomorrow night Shawn Michaels is he might give some sweet chin music. Now to who?
Right.
I think he might give it to whoever's gonna disrespect him.
That's right.
I
Probably
think
both. Probably both Cody and KO. Get out my ring.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
I'm in San Antonio. Get out.
and in Texas and in
That's
San
right.
Antonio. By the way, Texas has some good barbecues, good brisket, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've
good
never
brisket.
been to Texas.
It's hot. I was in Houston
I've
for
heard.
a layover one time back in high school. It was a long time ago. Went to Sacramento and then we was in Houston for a while, but that brisket was good.
I gotta go there sometime.
Yeah, I need to go
Gotta
again
go.
as an adult.
I want to go to Dallas.
I heard Dallas is good, Houston is good. It's pretty good. Going in the summertime though, it's different.
Hot.
It's hot. It's
Scorching.
whew.
I've heard about that one.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Hey, people out in Dallas, Houston, where's the hottest place to play ball at? Because we got one in the Bronx. Where's the hottest place to play ball at 12 o'clock p.m.?
Keep your ass inside.
Keep
In
your
an
ass.
air-conditioned gym.
Hey, Randy, I'm about to say, because no one could, if you could play at Sun Stadium, you could play anywhere, right? Shout out to Hoops in the Sun.
If you could play outside in high ass sun, you could play anywhere in New York City. That's a fact.
So where's the best place to play in Texas, baby?
That's a fact. You can follow Kenny on Twitter at Cowabunga Ken, Cowabunga _K_E_N. Myself, Rainy J Cruz, RENDY, letter J, CRUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. Go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download the rates, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. Kenny Holt enjoys Saturday night's main event.
Yes, sir.
We'll be on next week to preview the Royal Rumble. We will not be doing the post at the main event tomorrow, nor after the Rumble because I work. But preview the Rumble next week, and also we'll get back to Monday Night Raw after the Rumble. So we'll kind of talk about that and the Rumble and what's to be expected for Chamber and all that good stuff. So we'll tap in soon, bro.
Yeah, thanks again, everyone. Appreciate all y'all. Thanks. And I just want to give, just a shout out to, the guy right here, Randy Cruz. Randy's really done a lot. He's really reached out to some great people and he really does a lot, behind the scenes. Randy, I appreciate, everything. Randy's put me on to this as trying to put on toward, the love of wrestling. I just want to, just say, Randy, thanks. Thank you. And, I appreciate it. Just allowing everything to help, you just trying to look out and do his best, but also, trying to make me make improvements of myself as well. So I appreciate it, and just thank you again.
No problem, man. I thank you for coming on and being on these shows at fucking midnight, and I really, I really appreciate you because I don't know anybody else who'll be on with me consistently at the 12 o'clock, 12:30 hour here in New York. So, we're gonna keep this going. All right.
Yeah, and for people out there, yo, if it sounds crazy, try to do it. Try to do something with it. You heard me?
Yes, sir. For myself, Randy Cruz, Kenny Holt, 2 or 3 Falls podcast. We out.
Take care. God bless. Stay warm.
All right.